And hello again there, folks. Stampede Valkyrie coming back at you again with a quickie. Nice little find. I found this guy on Facebook locally. I was kind of wondering what it was because it reminded me a lot of the Trilite / Mars RF6 beacons. The reason why I chased it is just because it had a green dome. I've done a little bit of work to the dome. It's actually a lot cleaner than it was when I first got it. The downside is that the dome does have a little bit of a defect here, found over here on the side, but honestly, for display purposes, this is acceptable. I did want to check with my RF6 beacon since I have another one of these, and I wanted to make sure that this dome from the RF6 is in fact the same dome that fits this. I believe this is a Trilite Mars R, or what do they call that? ST1 or ST110. It's an older version of it. The newer ones actually have a different Fresnel on the inside. This is definitely an older Fresnel. The interesting thing is that there's no Mars or Trilite stickering on it. Instead, what I have here is some sort of Times Square Theatrical and Studio Supply Corporation. Pardon the shaky cam here. I'm doing this with one hand. So that's what the tag that's on here. What's interesting, though, is another thing worth noting is the marking on the dome reads T-527, which is the same on my other dome here, T527, which is Trilite Mars for the RF6. I think they do still make, if I remember correctly, a modern version of this light. I still see it out there. That might be the T1 or ST110. But it is an AC powered 120 volt AC. There's my plug, older plug, very long cord. Like this is about 15 feet in length. And the thing that's interesting about this light is, other than the standard pigtail there, I forget what they call that, a J-tube or something, but standard pigtail in there. It's just a simple single blast every time. This isn't a multi-flash or a strobe flash, very basic. What's interesting is this Fresnel, and we'll come down. And the Fresnel itself is actually not one piece. Pardon the one hand there. Again, you can see the pigtail or J-tube, whatever you call that, P-tube. And then the Fresnel is actually 4 separate pieces. This reminds me of that same type of Fresnels almost that I found on that Electric Lights Ranger bar. And you can see they're not all one piece. This is separate. This is a separate piece. This is a separate piece as you hear it pop out, whatever. It's old. But that's it in a nutshell. I mean, I want to try to go and get a little bit of video with this thing running. But to be honest with you, my camera, as people know, strobes don't work with cameras very well. So let's go ahead and get this back on, get the lens on. I'll get the retaining clamp on. The retaining clamp of these things, like on the RF6, is basically your clasp and latch. It's very similar to the Model 14. So it's anybody else who's used these before knows what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and see if we can fire this up. Again, I'm hoping it displays properly. I'm not 100% on that, but we'll find out here in a moment. And we're back and doing a little bit of finagling in order to get that dome back on. That really wasn't that pleasant, but I don't know how well this camera is picking up that flash. Hopefully it's better than I think, but dome came out really well. Again, I'm going to try to keep this one as short as possible. It is a 120 volts AC, so this isn't a DC beacon. And I'm going to get a side view of it here. I mean, it is what it is. It's actually nice. I mean, didn't really pay a whole lot for it. It looked like it was used in some production other than, you know, any sort of emergency apparatus. But it is the same dome that fits on the RF6, which is actually pretty neat. Plus, it's green, so why not? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully this flash, and I'll come up over the top so you can see. Hopefully this flash is coming up better than the what I see. It looks good to me with my eyes, but the camera may not have a fast enough ISO speeds in order to catch it. So, on that note, Stampede Valkyrie signing off.